Hey guys, I'm Joe, and today we'll be looking at my top 5 least favorite games. Now, just like the last video, that's pretty self-explanatory. And if you do like these games, that's good for you. But this is just my personal opinion. Alright, without any further ado, let's do this. At number 5, we got Shaq Fu. Now, Shaq Fu was an attempt to cash in on the success of the basketball player Shaquille O'Neal. And who thought this would be a good idea? Do I have to remind you about Kazam, Steel? Basically every movie Shaq was on, and they decided to make this game. So what do you do when you take Shaquille O'Neal, Karate Kid, sprinkle Street Fighter in there, and you get Shaq Fu? So here's the problems with this. Like, it's basically impossible to hit your opponent. Like, it's like you're stuck in place and you're basically having a who can jump higher contest. You have to wait for your opponent to walk over to you so you can fight them. Like, really? At the number 4 spot, we got Hong Kong 97. Where do I begin with this one? And just like Mac and me, I don't want to believe this was real. Hong Kong 97 is the most bizarre, absurd game ever. You play as Bruce Lee's relative, Chin, and you have to fight Chinese communists who work for the Chinese dictator, Deng Xiaoping. He's a giant floating head who's the final boss. Who's the only boss in this. You shoot projectiles at him and all of his communists, and the game just resets. There's no ending. The game over screen is a picture of a real life dead body with bullet holes in it. They really did this? And also, just like Mac and me, I recommend you play this. If you want to get a cheap laugh out of a game, I'd suggest you go with this. At the number 3 spot, we got Batman Dark Tomorrow. This game ruined my childhood. I was begging to have this game, and I finally played it. It's so bad. What are the problems with this one? Well, the graphics were poor. The story was lame. The voice acting was mediocre at best. We even got the voice of Papa Bear from Berenstain Bears as the voice of Commissioner Gordon. And aside from him, I don't think any of these voice actors were professional. Why couldn't we get Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill to reprise their roles? They were definitely voicing these characters at the time. So why couldn't they just come back? And the combat in this was so stupid. It's unbelievable how bad it was. And out of all the voice actors I want to come back is the voice of Batman in this. With better material, I think he could be a good Batman voice. And at the number 2 spot, Superman 64. Yeah, I heard how horrible it was, but here's what I think about it. It sucks. That's it. It sucks. Now, I saw a review of Superman 64. When I saw it, I was like, this game doesn't look that bad. Man, I downloaded the game on my N64 emulator, and I had a horrible time. What do you do in this game? Fly through rings. Then you pick up a car, fly through more rings, pick up another car, and fly through more rings. Why does this exist? And then when you finally get to another stage, which I don't think is possible because of how glitchy it is, it's hard to get through the rings. When you finally get to use your attacks, Superman flails his arms around, and I don't know how he hits anybody. And when you finally get to a stage, total glitch fest, where you go through elevators, you glitch out through a door, and you will fall through the floor or go through a wall. Objects you're carrying will get stuck to ceilings, and then directions pop up on screen for a split second. The only good thing I could say about this, they got the voice actors from the cartoon to reprise their roles in this. And yeah, that's really the only good thing I could say about this piece of crap. And unfortunately, what brings me at number 1, Sonic 06. So, this game single-handedly ruined the reputation of one of the biggest gaming mascots, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's my favorite gaming franchise of all time. And Mario is my second favorite. So, what's wrong with this? Before I get into that, I'm going to tell you the first time I ever played it. So, I got an Xbox 360 for the first time. And my cousin heard about it, that I got Xbox 360. He also had one, and he wanted me to take his Sonic 06 game because he said it was so great. He wanted me to play it too. Man, he duped me into taking that from him. The game is so broken. Like, you run through things like they're not there. You run up mountains and you get stuck there. And then you just fall, like, out of the game. You die. And you're just trying to figure out what the hell just happened. And then the story is awful. It abuses time travel. At the end of the game, everything gets reset, meaning the entire game was pointless. And Sonic kisses the human princess. So you're bringing bestiality into this too, huh? And just like Superman 64, this game was also unfinished. But in Superman 64, the game looked like it was barely started. So I guess I can give Sonic 06 that. It's not saying much. At the end of the day, Sonic is still my favorite gaming series. But this game is the worst game I have ever played. Don't play any of these games except for Hong Kong 97, because just like Mac and Me, it's hilarious. Alright guys, that's it for now. Peace.